Well, ladies and gentlemen of the earth, I give you deer. That's right, they've added deer to the game, and one of those managed to get through a door. Now, deer have a few interesting things. Oh, by the way, active sage here, if you didn't already know. But deer have a few interesting things. First off, they will flee from you. So as you can see right now, these deer are trying to flee from me. You can go ahead and do your little stealthy thing and press your crouch button and sneak up on them, but you'll have more luck if you sneak up behind them. The current intended way to battle a deer, if you were so inclined to murder one for no apparent reason currently, because I assume food will be implemented in the future, currently not there, is to go ahead and use your character tool, the little manipulation tool, pick up a rock and throw it at them using right click. Of course, we are in a bit of a creative mode, so we don't have to do that, and I don't really feel like killing them, but of course, you all might throw a bit of a hissy fit if I didn't at least slay one poor innocent derpy deer as they attempt to make their way through the halls of this random castle structure. You can see their pathfinding is a bit insane. You might expect them, if captured inside a structure, to try to find their way outside, and you see one of them did. Deers usually spawn in the forest. In fact, they actually have to have a fair bit of woods to spawn. You can have a maximum of 4 on a level, so you can see I've put 4 in. I click again, just like all the other NPCs, it despawns the one you already had. But if you have in your world settings gone ahead and enabled deer, they will, as I said, spawn in these forests. You'll actually see them wandering about. Mind you, if the forests in the map you have selected are not big enough, they will not spawn there. And you can see these have actually gone back to their sort of normal state of just walking about. So I will quickly demonstrate being a monster and killing a deer for no reason. Let's go ahead, find ourselves a little tiny tool here. There we go, character tools, manipulation. And let's go with a large projectile thrower. I didn't actually want to throw the projectile. I want to go ahead and place it down. No. There we go. A stone. That's what we wanted. So press J so we can place it. And let's get the big old stone right there. And grab it with our murderer's hands. Left click. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I can't remember the Halo music well enough, but for some reason that's what's coming to mind. And theoretically, just sneak up behind the deer and not get too close to it. A little bit of walking. Okay, crouch again. A little bit of walking, crouch again. And aim and throw! That was the worst throw on earth. Maybe a smaller stone is in order, yes. So let's go ahead. Small stone. Tiny, tiny baby stone. Yes. Click. I said click. Let me do the same thing. Oh, it hurt me, son of a gun. You get the point anyway. You can go ahead and throw stones at them, and that's ideally how you would hunt them. I don't really have the patience for it, so if we are going to murder them, let's just quickly do so like this. I missed again. Yeah, there we go. And they do have a ragdoll state, and theoretically you could drag them about with your left click. Well, theoretically. I said left click. There we go. No, it's not wanting to work. Anyway, you get the gist of that. That's deers right now. Okay, I right-clicked to grab it, apparently. And then we could drag it back to our place to hang up, gut, and get ourselves so many num-nums to feed our little workers, or probably ourselves as well in the future. Anyway, this is also an update that involves new roof pieces, or roof pieces. Oof. Anyway, as you can see, if you were to look down at my hotbar, I have the number 7 key, so usually we have like this 6 key that I got down there, this one here that we can place and flip about, and it's got a bunch of different versions. We now have a 7 key one, and actually we should probably go ahead and put a platform down, that way you can see it a little bit better. There we go. So, standard one, and now we have these. And they have variants, so you can see we got a few different variants here that allow you to do a whole assortment of things. And of course I have them all on display up here on these little pedestals, including a repeat of the bog standard one at the beginning and the end. Now I've gone ahead and used them to make this big structure here in front of you. Now one of the main purposes of them is because in the past, if you wanted to build a building like that, you would of course end up having to do this. You'd end up with this big long area here that has to end in this little annoying triangle, which kind of looks cool but can be a bit annoying if you just want something like this. And now with these, we can have all these nice ceilings that seem to, or ceilings, these roofs that form and flow together without any real issue, and they actually all look really, really nice. I like them a lot. They're wonderful. And you can see you can have structures like this now where they cut into each other, and you don't have to worry about the spike being, or I say the spike, the top part being a bit odd or off. It's great, really. It's fantastic. I mean, in the past, you could do something like this, and then, of course, have another one on the other side. But if you had a structure that was an odd number wide, you'd end up having to, well, do that right there, as we had there, or ending up with something... There we go. So you'd have to do what we showed over there for something like this, or you'd end up having to just have a flat surface on the roof. The roof, if you didn't want to do that. Anyway, just some cool stuff showing that they do have these here for endpoints as well. It's all very, very nice. I adore it, really. It's very, very fun to build with. I love it. Unfortunately, if I was to go in the spectator mode, the devs still haven't set it up so that if this piece here intersects with a normal standard roof piece, it doesn't crop the inside. I'm moving around a bit fast. I'm sure you're all vomiting, but I can't slow down the camera. That feature doesn't seem to have been implemented yet, or did I just do it? Nope, it's still going fast. But yeah, you can see these pieces come into the structure. Unfortunately, they're not being clipped at some point. Maybe the devs will do that in the future, or maybe they'll just leave it and they'll let us just have the possibility, because I could see somebody finding a way to make that useful. Anyway, over here I have some passageways and stuff, just to demonstrate how cool it can be to make little tiny walkways and all sorts of stuff using all these curved pieces and how well they fit together. It's all really, really nice. I love it. I know this right here, by the way, could have been done in the past, but something about it then leading up to something that is as smooth as this area here, and that's leading over to another smooth area here that comes down and joins, it all just looks wonderful, I think. Up here, I have even more of those. This is all with structural integrity on, I should point out. So, if you just want to see some weird structures built by me, well, there you go, there's a weird structure built by me. So, structural integrity's on. A lot of stuff collapsed. These pillars were added sort of after the fact and stuff kept falling down. It was a bit annoying and took me a long time, but I don't know. Something about all these winding little tiny walkways here suspended far in the air is fantastic to look at. And of course, with these tiny little new ceiling pieces, it's just wonderful. And the fact that it can fly into here and then bop back out with just a single piece, because we could have done this in the past using one of these and then another one, but now all we got to do is scroll mouse until we get this one right here, and I held Alt and placed it right there, and it did the job in one click. And then of course we get things like this right here, which are fantastic as well, because we do have our three-way, and then I believe, yes, four-way divides right here. It's all wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And if we were to go inside all these, we can fly up and around. We're supposed to get in. Here's one of these little dinky towers. You can go ahead and run in here. You'll see that the ceilings are all between all these little pieces. You don't have those weird jaggedy pieces sticking out like you do between these small ones and the larger pieces. You just have all these nice flowing ceilings that lead all over the place. And now that I'm inside here, it's sort of like a maze. Wouldn't it be awesome if, well, one day they add water and suddenly you could just be up here and looking down. These supports are, and you're like 10 feet off the water surface and just a huge ocean below you. Fantastic things in the future. Animals, AI. Animal AI, they call it. Deer. If you want to go ahead and spawn those in, of course, as I showed, that's just right there. You got a deer thing. Drag it down, click all you like, and you spawn all those in. I do not think... Let's go ahead and do a few little tests and checks with them really, really quickly to see if we can command them. I should probably have tested this a minute ago, but I'm going to do it right now. So we got our deer. We got to attack here thing. So let's go ahead and 1, 2, 3, 4... And let's just do an attack here button. Number 5. Nope, it's not bringing them back in. Look at that. Let's do another test really, really quick, or we're going to box them in. There we go. That's a nice little square arena of the damned, is it not? Anyway, what else do we need in Arena of the Damned? Well, for it to be permanently nighttime. There we are. Much better. Let's do it right there.
More befitting.
Yes, that looks pretty good. There we go. That's a nice little cozy Arena of the Damned. Now, let's go ahead and see. Deers at night. Any difference in AI? Negative. Well, how about a barbarian? Do they do the illogical barbarian thing and hunt down and murder those little poor innocent deers as you would expect the barbarian to do? You are the derpiest sons of guns I've seen in some time. What are you doing? Cease attacking the Braziers. Attack the deers. You have murdered your friend. He is now in a barrel almost. What the funk has happened? You fools. You fools. It was too much of me to expect that maybe you would actually attack the deers like a barbarian would, you know, just killing the deers. Not even hungry, just gonna... Not removing his barrel. I can't remove his barrel. They're probably counting as rubbish, right? If I delete that, does it even... It's not removing the barrels. There we go. Now he's just Captain Hover feet. Oh, good. He's despawned. So they're wonderful, aren't they? How about if we were to respawn them? Now will they attack the deers? Deers. Aha! Was that attack on the deer? No, it wasn't. Well, how about an innocent little peasants? Still, no. Wonderful. Anyway, guys, that's it for this update. I think I saved before I took out that wall. Anyway, guys, that's it for this update. I accidentally just threw a boulder. Why, boulder? Why must you cause such havoc? Anyway, I'm going to leave you guys with the derpy wonderfulness of one of these places falling onto another one of these places. Because why not? Anyway, guys, thank you a whole bunch for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Let me just, there we go. And now I can speed up the footage until it crashes. Ah! Will you look at that? It did not crash. The game stability has been doubled! Interesting mess, is it not? Anyway, guys, thanks again for watching, and that was pretty awesome. If you'd like to poke around this maze of little tunnels and whatnot, or just look around this world, or maybe just have a battle in the hellish square arena with derpy people, well, this will be up on the Steam Workshop probably within a day or two. Anyways, thank you a bunch for the third or fourth time for watching, and I shall see you next time. By the way, modding stuff, devs did some stuff on that, so maybe soon, in the next 3 weeks, I'll have something, maybe? I don't know, I'm quite tired and yeah, depressed. Okay. Bye! Ta-ta! I'll just creep myself out. Here, I'll do a Mickey to make you feel better. Oh boy! Don't you love it when the video's in like this? It's just like, it's like somebody wasn't thinking today and they just decided to be the most unstable they've been in, oh, I don't know, a few months. Oh, I'm still on an outro slate. Oh boy! Bye! That was weird.